What's going on, fellow gamers? ChaosEclipse here. We are back on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So a friend of mine just got the game. It was free, so he went ahead and downloaded it. I don't think he's ever played Call of Duty or anything like that, so I wanted to help him out. So this video is just going to be going over the basics of everything with zombies. We're not going to cover anything else. If you're new to any type of Call of Duty zombies, this is basically the same for all of them. There are slight differences here and there, but I just want to cover the basics with everything. I am going to go through a lot of gameplay and everything like that, so the video might be kind of long, but I'm going to edit down as much as possible, only showing like the key features and things I'm referring to that will help you out and at least help you to understand how the zombies works, what you can get out of it, and things like that. So obviously, this is the start menu here. You have your campaign, your multiplayer, your zombies. In order to get to zombies, clearly click on zombies. I know that is very universal as far as just clicking on zombies, but I want to make sure that I'm covering the very basic things just for anyone who has ever, just trying zombies for the first time. And this is one that they're coming across, even little kids. Granted, the channel's not for little kids, but if they come across it, because I know they use their parents' accounts most of the time, so it doesn't really restrict them. So if they do come across it, I at least want to make sure that they understand. So when you go into zombies, you'll come across a screen like this. You have your play option. I am on PS5 right now, so keep in mind some of the button schemes might be a little bit different depending on what you're playing on. But if you hit L1 and R1, it lets you pick between the different categories up there at the top. So it says play, weapons, operators, challenges, barracks, and store. So play, that is just for you to pick your map, whichever one you want to play. If you go to weapons, here you can create your own class. You can pick whatever weapon you want as long as you have it unlocked. You'll just go into whatever custom one you want to make. For me, you know what, I don't want to change that first one. So for me, we'll do bonus custom 2. You probably, I don't want to change that one either. I didn't realize I did one down there. So we'll just do custom 2. So you probably don't want to, you probably don't have a lot of stuff in here. But if you go to custom, whichever one you want to do, hit X on that. In here, you can go through and you can pick all of the different weapons. Now, right here, it's only on sniper rifles. If you look at the top, once again, it does have all the different weapons up there. You can see assault rifles, submachine guns, tactical rifles, light machine guns, sniper rifles, pistols, and shotguns. I was gonna say, I think there's more too. So launchers, melee, and your specials. So you can pick any one of these that you guys want to start off with. Doesn't matter which one you pick. Obviously, for this one, I did have a sniper rifle in here. I think it was this one. Maybe it was this one. I think it was this one. Now, I do have different types of blueprints already unlocked. These you just get from playing the game or from purchasing. All of the ones that I have, I don't normally spend money on this game. So it's all stuff that I actually unlocked just by playing. So keep that in mind. And then you do have your different specials here. So these are called field upgrades. You have your frost here, your energy, your aether, your healing, your ring of fire, your frenzy guard, your toxic growth, and your Tesla storm. Now, you can see exactly what it does right there in the center, so if I select the frost blast one, it says create a frigid blast of wind that deals frost damage and slows enemies caught inside of it. Slowed enemies take additional damage. So if you hit L1 and R1 when you're in the game, this is what it's going to do, whichever one of these you have selected. Now you can upgrade these as you're playing the game. The upgrades you will keep as you're playing. So if you look down there at the bottom, how it has 1 through 5, the Roman numerals down there. So if we're back on the frost one, the first one says blast lasts 3 seconds longer, continuing to slow enemies. That will be the first one that you unlocked. The second one will be increase maximum charges to 2. The next one will be doubles the size and damage of the blast. So each one of these does do different things depending on how you upgrade them and everything. Depends on if you're playing with friends, depends on what map you're doing, if you're going for a set number of rounds or if you're going for an Easter egg. That will depend on which one of these you want. I normally use the I switch between two of them. I use the healing aura and I use the ether shroud. The ether shroud basically makes you kind of go invisible. It says it phases you into a dark ether for 5 seconds, become hidden from enemy detection. You basically, when you use it, the screen kind of turns like a purplish bluish color, and It's kind of like if you threw like a monkey bomb or something like that. The zombies just kind of ignore you and they run away. So it's more like you're invisible for a bit. But keep in mind that only lasts for 5 seconds, unless you unlock that second tier one, which will let it last for 8 seconds. If you maximize this one, you can actually use this charge twice. So there's a lot of different things that you guys want to take a look at. You may not even want to use the Ether Shroud or the healing one. Maybe you're someone that wants to use a Frenzied Guard and you enjoy, you know, the zombies coming after you. This one will make the zombies target you. So there's a lot of different ones in here. Just make sure you guys read over each one of those to figure out which one you want. And then once you have your class selected, you want to take a look at your skills here. These are things that that you can also upgrade, and when you upgrade these, you will also keep the upgrades for them. So if you are a submachine gun guy and you click on the submachine gun thing here, you can see that the blueprints also have the different tiers down there. So you have tier 1, tier 2, 3, all the way to 5. You can see the first one you do, any submachine gun from then on will increase close quarters bonus damage to 10%. So it's going to be the same with all of these. And like I said, as you unlock these, you do get to keep them. The only one that, as you can see, that I have maxed out is my assault rifles. That is because I'm an assault rifle guy. Actually, I have my melee attack too. I didn't realize I had that. But yeah, so I do also have a knife that I use. So that's probably why I have those two maxed out. The last ones, as you can see, if you look on the bottom right, on the very far end, it says cost. So if I wanted to increase this launcher one to the tier 4 one, you can see it says increase bonus damage done to special and elite enemies to 25%, and it has 4 of those like little essence crystals. You can see there in the center top, I do have 4 of those crystals. That's why it's white and not grayed out, because I can actually unlock that one right now if I wanted to. I don't want to though, because I don't normally use launchers, so I'll be using it to unlock other things. Although everything else is going to take the crystals that are there on the end, the one with the little orange explosion behind it. So technically I could use it for this, but these are also used for your perks and everything else, so you don't want to spend them all on just your weapons. So we'll back out of there. You can look at your field upgrades, which is the same thing that we just talked about. This is to actually upgrade them. The other screen was just to pick those. So this is how you actually upgrade them in this screen. You can look at your perks, which is your Juggernog, your Speed Cola, your Quick Revive, Stamina Up, all this stuff. So I am going to go over each one of these because these are very vital to having in the game. I was going to do it in the game, but I forgot that we can actually talk about it here. So Juggernog, one of the most important ones that I would say to get. It increases maximum health by 50. So instead of you going down after 2 or 3 hits, this will let you stay up for another 1 or 2 hits. Now this also is going to depend on how much you've upgraded this. So as you can see, I have it upgraded quite a bit. It's all the way maxed out, so you can see there the 3rd tier also increases your maximum health by an additional 100 on top of the 50 that it already gives you. And then it does reduce status effect durations. It technically gives me more armor. The armor durability is increased, and then instead of getting down on a lethal hit, my armor is depleted and health is reduced to only 1. So basically, if I get hit and it's a you know, my last hit, it'll just reduce me down to 1. If I can get out of that situation, if I can run off or something like that, your health will come back. So Juggernog is one of the, I would say, more important ones to have. Then we have Speed Cola. The base one increases your reload speed bonus by 15%. So basically every time you empty your clip, if you want to, clip or magazine I should say, because I know a lot of people out there, it's a clip, it's a mag. Clip or mag, depending on the gun you have. It basically helps you reload your gun faster. This is actually really useful for any gun, but it comes in more handy for the guns like your RPD, your Stoner, things like that that take out a while to reload. You don't have to max out any of these. I have the majority of them maxed out, if not all of them, but that's just because of how much I have played zombies. Quick Revive. So it reduces the time it takes to regen to full health by 50%, and it reduces the time it takes to revive an ally by 50%. So if you have it and your teammate has it, basically if your teammate is picking you up, if you go down, it will revive you fairly quick. Now I will say that this one has something else that it does that it does not tell you in the game, which I don't remember if it actually does that on this one. I think it does. So basically, if you pick up Quick Revive and you're playing solo, it will actually let you pick yourself up at least one time. But that will use your Quick Revive, and then you can go and get it again. Now, take that advice with a bit of a disclaimer, because I'm not sure if that's how it works on this one. That's how it worked on the other maps. I'm pretty sure that's how it works on this one, but I could be wrong. The only reason I say that is because there is a crafting table in the game where in there, if you use some of your scrap to craft something, you can actually craft yourself a self-revive kit. So that's why I think that this one might not do that, but it should. I think you might actually be able to quick revive to revive yourself twice. Once using the quick revive soda, and then the other one using the self-revive kit. Then you have your stamina up, which increases run and sprint speed. So basically, it'll let you run faster and it'll let you run longer. This is very good for the higher rounds. Sorry. This is very good for the higher rounds because you're going to have a lot of zombies on you. They're going to be cornering you, things like that. You want to keep as much distance as you can between you and the zombie, especially if you're a beginner. So stay as far away from them as you can and just shoot them. Don't try to knife for the points. In this one, the knifing and the shooting basically gives you the same amount of points. It didn't used to be like that in the older ones. You could actually, to maximize your points, you like shoot them twice in the leg and then knife them. In this one, you don't have to do that. Just shoot them or knife them. Either one, it gives you the same amount of points. Elemental pop. Every bullet you fire has a small chance to apply random base ammo mod effect. We will go over this one a little bit later, not too much. Here in a second, we will cover that. But basically, there's different mods that you can get on your guns, and if you equip that mod, it will do that every so many zombies or whatever. It's kind of random. But this one just has a small chance of applying a random one to any shot that you do take. Deadshot Daiquiri. Aiming down your sights to moves to enemy critical location, remove scope sway. So this one just helps you basically get easier headshots, and it helps you not be like all over the place when you're aiming down the sights. Granted, a lot of consoles do have, depending on how you play, because you can turn it off in this one. They do have aim assist, so for the most part, it should be aiming at least near the head. This one will help you out to actually get those headshots a lot easier, and it will help you save ammo. One of the things that I noticed with my friend, and I don't mean to call you out, that's why I'm not saying your name. If I already said your name, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Basically, one of the things I noticed is you were shooting the torso. Don't get me wrong, the torso is a very easy target. It's bigger, it's easy to hit. But that's why you kept needing to buy ammo, and that's also why you ran out, is because it takes a lot more shots to get those torso shots just for one zombie to go down. Where if you can get those headshots, it's like 1 or 2 depending on how good you are with headshots. But this will help you get a lot of headshots as well. Then you have your Tombstone Soda. So it says, when down, to become a shadow in the dark ether, armed with your weapons that can revive you. If your shadow loses all its health, you die. So it's not like a last stand, it's not like a second chance. It's more like when you die, you become a spirit, and your spirit can pick yourself up. Now, the difference with that is that the zombies can still attack your so-called spirit. So when you die, if you have Tombstone, basically you'll be a spirit that will respawn somewhere on the map. You'll still have the same guns you have. You won't have any of the perks, though, so be careful with that. You won't have any of the perks that you already had. But you can go around the map. You can find your own body and pick yourself back up. Now, if your body dies, you can stay alive and you will just become a normal person again. You won't stay that spirit. But depending on your situation, you may want to try to revive yourself, just because if you revive yourself, you keep all the other perks that you already had. If you don't revive yourself and you become human again or whatever, because you didn't revive yourself and that part of you died off, now you're yourself again, you won't have any of the perks you had, meaning you'll have to buy all of your perks all over again. You'll still have your weapons, but you won't have any of your perks. So hopefully that one wasn't too confusing for you, but if you have any questions about that, let me know. And this isn't just for the person that I did mention or my friend that I mentioned, whatever. Like I said, this video is for anyone. So when I say that if you have any questions, let me know. That means put it down in the comment section if you don't understand it, and that is for anyone. Mule kick, it says you can carry a third primary weapon. So primaries and secondaries don't really matter in this game. You can take a pistol for a primary, you can take a bow for a primary, you can take a launcher for a secondary, you can take an assault rifle for a secondary. Primaries and secondaries do not matter. All it means is that you can carry a third weapon. I don't know why it says third primary, because like I said, you can do any weapon at all, but you can carry any weapon that you want in the game. And this will basically make it so that you can have 3. Now I will say that when you pick this up and you get that third weapon, if you die or if you're downed and you lose this perks, because you do have a chance of losing your perks when you're downed. So if you lose this perk, whatever that third weapon is that you got when you had this perk, when this perk goes away, that third weapon goes away. Now, if I remember correctly, if you get this perk back, you actually keep that third weapon, like you automatically have it again. Obviously you can switch it out at any time, whatever, but I'm just saying, if you buy it, get your third weapon, say I get a ray gun for my third weapon, and I'm like, oh man, I really hope I don't die, and I end up dying because, you know, I'm foolish and I was doing dumb stuff, and I end up losing my mule kick, which is this perk, that makes me lose that ray gun. Now if I rebuy the mule kick so I can get my third weapon back, I'm pretty sure it automatically gives you back that ray gun. I could be wrong about that, but basically all it does is give you access to a third weapon. Speaking of weapons, real quick, I noticed on the person that I'm doing this video for mainly, I noticed that when you went down, you said you're like, oh, I have a pistol, how do I pull out my pistol? That pistol is only there when you go down. So whatever weapon you start with, you normally only have one weapon, and you have your fists, unless you buy another weapon. When you go down, no matter what, it will give you a pistol, unless you have like a ray gun or a custom pistol or something like that, then it will let you use that one when you go down. That is just to help yourself. If I remember correctly, I think if you shoot enough zombies and if you actually kill them, you can pick yourself up by killing those zombies, but I might be wrong about that. But yeah, that pistol is not one that you actually have. That is just one that's given to you when you're kind of in a down state. It's just to help you. Like if I'm over there trying to revive you or something like that, and there's a zombie coming up behind me, you can kind of take pot shots at him, hopefully kill him before he hits me. Next one we have Death Perception. Death Perception, it says obscured enemies are keylined. So basically all that means is the enemies behind objects, you can see them. So if they're behind a wall, if they're coming around a fence, and that fence is not like a regular chain link fence, it's like a wooden fence, you can't see them, whatever. This will let you see them through that fence, through that wall, through a tree, through a tank, whatever. So basically you can just see the zombies through different objects. And then you have your PhD slider here. Sliding into enemies triggers an explosion. The size and damage increases the further you slide before impact. Now I will say that there's also, it looks like it's only that last one there. So falling from a large height will also trigger an explosion. That just depends on like the height of where you're falling from and everything like that, but that one is, it's not bad, but it's probably one of the last ones that I get. The main ones that I would say that you need to focus on if you're playing solo: Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola. If you're not playing solo, don't worry about Quick Revive too much. That's still up to you, because you can't revive yourself if you're playing multiplayer, unless you have that the craftable self-revive that we talked about. At least the base that I would say that you need is Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Stamina Up, and then depending on if you want that third weapon, Mule Kick. Everything else is kind of void. There are helpful ones there, obviously, but that's completely up to you. And then if we back out of there, we look at the ammo mods. This is what we were talking about with the elemental pop. So these will automatically, randomly, but automatically trigger on different shots that you take at the enemies. So you have your napalm burst here. It says bullets deal fire damage. Each bullet has a chance to apply a burn effect on normal enemies, dealing 20% of their maximum health in fire damage over 5 seconds. It has a 3-second cooldown. So basically every 3 seconds, this has a chance of popping. And it just catches them on fire. This one is a little bit tricky though, because if you are shooting zombies and that zombie catches on fire and he's not dead yet, he can actually do fire damage to you while he's on fire. So be careful with that one. Dead wire. It's not a bad one, but I wouldn't go for this one either. The reason why I say that is because it says bullets deal electric damage. Each bullet has a chance to stun normal enemies for 2 seconds. Has a 15-second cooldown. So it's actually really good, and the more you upgrade it, can actually do it to multiple enemies. Now, the reason why I say that be careful with this one as well is because if you were in a corner and you're trying to get out of that corner and you're shooting the zombies, they can get stunned right in front of you and still block you in that corner. Now, while they are stunned, here's a little tip for you. You can still knife them. They will go down instantly, because normally if they're stunned, they're taking damage while they're stunned. They're only going to have like 1 hit point left. If you knife them, they'll go down. Then you can run out of that corner. But just be careful with it. Cryo freeze. This one's actually a really good one. Kind of same with the dead wire though. If they freeze right in front of you, they can still block you in, so just knife them, get out of there. But it says bullets deal frost damage. Each bullet has a chance to slow normal enemies by 30% of their run speed for 3 seconds. So this one will keep them away from you. It'll slow them down. This one actually triggers quite a bit. As you can see, the cooldown is only 1 second. Now, they can freeze all the way, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually had it to where they freeze completely, but this one says it only slows them down, so I'm not sure if that's an upgrade, because I was just reading through there and it doesn't say anything about actually having them freeze all the way. But I have had them like completely turn to ice, so maybe that's just when they die, I'm not sure. Brain rot, this one's actually kind of helpful, but it depends on what you're doing, because if you're trying to do an Easter egg and you're trying to keep a zombie alive, you don't want brain rot. Which is why I don't like the elemental pop, because sometimes this one will pop when I'm trying to do something. So it says bullets deal toxic damage. Each bullet has a chance to turn a normal enemy to an ally for 15 seconds before dying. 40-second cooldown. And then you have your shatter blast here. So basically what this one does, it turns a zombie into basically like an ally. They run around, they start killing other zombies and stuff. I'll explain in just a second why that one is a bit of a pain when you're trying to do like an Easter egg or something. But let's finish up with Shatter Blast. So Shatter Blast deals explosive damage. Each bullet has a chance to explode, dealing additional explosive damage and destroying any impacted armor. So this one, I believe, can also hurt you. So if you shoot a zombie that's like right next to you and they do blow up, it can hurt you a little bit. So just be careful with that one as well. So it sounds like all of these are really bad. Believe it or not, they can help you. It just depends on which ones you actually like. In the higher rounds, you are going to want things like the Shatter Blast and everything, because you're going to be wanting to stay away from the zombies. And as long as you're not near them, that blast will actually help you take out other zombies as well. The Cryo Freeze isn't bad because it'll slow them down while they're chasing you. Brain Rot will turn them and they'll just start killing a whole bunch of zombies for you. This one will basically stop them and kind of trigger off into other ones. The fire one is the only one that I would say be careful with still, because no matter what, you are setting the zombies on fire. They can spread that to other zombies, so even if you shoot one that's far away and he spreads it, and he's like at the back of a pack that's chasing you, that fire can spread forward to each zombie, still getting closer to you. So just be careful with it. But for the most part, if they're on fire, they're going to die anyway. But anyway, so at the end of each round, normally what you want to do is you want to save 1 or 2 zombies, kind of let them follow you around. They'll be chasing you nonstop, but it'll give you it'll give you a little bit of time to do things that you need to do. If you need to craft something, if you need to open some doors, whatever you need to do it at the end of the round. The reason why I say that the brain rot one is kind of messes with you with doing things is because if you're trying to save 2 zombies, say you had 3 zombies, right, and you're trying to save 2 just to make sure that, you know, they both stay alive while you go and open up some doors or whatever. If you shoot that 3rd one and that brain rot triggers, he will automatically go and kill the other 2, and that'll be the end of the round. So then you'll have to wait a whole nother round before you open it, or you can try doing it in the middle of the round, but it's very sketchy. So be careful with that. Next one, operators. This one does not matter. You just pick whoever you want, whoever they look like. This is just a skin that I have. It's nothing special. And then he has his knife. Your challenges. There are tons. I know you like doing challenges of Fortnite, man. There are tons of challenges in this game. It's up to you on what you want to do. If you click on any of these, well, not click on them, if you just scroll over them, it tells you down there at the bottom what you can do for each one of these. Now, some of these I don't have complete, some of them I have partially completed, but it's because they're like, it requires different weapons, different, let me see, different weapons, different maps, different things. Some of them even require, I think, what's it called, multiple people, which I don't always play with multiplayer just because I don't like, I feel like I'm responsible for other people, but I don't like doing it. Let's see. And then, so that's your legacy stuff there. If you want to do just your zombies, you do have zombie ones, which I don't know why that's not showing. As you can see, there is stuff there that is showing. So it says an outbreak, eliminate 500 enemies while in a vehicle. I need 4 more to go for that one, and I'll unlock my tier 5 for that. The stuff that you get as rewards for those is right there on the right side where it has that little lock thing. So those are just like avatar type things, like banners, which I will go over that in just a second. The rest of these are just stuff you get for playing the game. So this is going to be your multiplayer. Legacy, that's just overall, I think. You have your campaign unlocked, your daily challenges, things like that. So then you have your barracks. In your barracks here, it basically has, like, these are just your stats. So if you click on that, you can see all the stuff that you've done. It does say that it, you know, unlocks certain things or whatever, but obviously the ones underneath there, those are Vanguard things. So they've linked a lot of their Call of Duty games. So if I do, say I did this one, you can see there's 3 different Vanguard things here. So this one was the Commando default class is now available. This one is the Rebel default class is now available, and the Manhunter. So me getting Recruit 1 in this game unlocks these 3 classes for the Vanguard game. But I don't really play Vanguard, so I heard it was crap. But there's a lot of stuff in here that you can take a look at. If we go down to, where's it at? Player identity, this is one of them. You have your calling card here, which these are the banners that I was talking about that you can unlock. There's also another place that you can put the banners. Keep in mind the one that we're looking at now is a general tab at the top. You also have your multiplayer tab, you have your zombies tab, which some of these do look pretty cool. Some of them actually move, like this one here. It just depends on which one you want, and it will tell you on the right side what you have to do to unlock these. So for this one here, I had to, if you look on the right side, right under the banner, it says earn 10 butcher medals, and that butcher medal, in parentheses explained right there, it says killed 5 or more enemies rapidly with a melee weapon. So that's what I did to get that haymaker one. And that was a season 1 thing. That's one of the good things about this, is they're on, like, I don't even know what season anymore, but they have the old seasons in here that you can still unlock things. And if you scroll all the way down, you can see ones that I still have that I have not unlocked. And then, like I said, some of these still do require you to play multiplayer, or not multiplayer, but because we're on the zombies one, but it requires you to play with other people, or it requires you to do a specific thing, you know, just normal challenges, man. And then if we back out of there, you can see your calling cards. This is the same as before. You can just pick whichever one that you want in here to display. All this does is when people click on your name, this is what they're going to see right here. So they're going to see my name is ChaosEclipse. For my main little avatar thing, I have the dude there that's on fire with the burning skull. And then under that, I have the Reaper looking thing that's moving there. I'm Prestige 3, level 129. My lifetime Prestige is 8. And then they can see my trophies, is what I call them, but they're called calling card showcase, but my trophies. So my very top one there, they can see that I've at least killed 15 people without dying at least once. My second one there, they can see that I've earned the 25 triple kill medals, which is 3 rapid kills 25 times. And then the bottom one there, they can see that I also have the double killer one, which is earned 50 double kill medals, which is 2 rapid kills, and I had to do that 50 times. So I like putting ones in there that kind of freak people out, like, holy crap, man, he's actually, you know, pretty good. I'm not, dude. Like, those took a while to get, and they were just kind of luck. Like, eventually I just got them. But with how long the game's been out, it hasn't been, like, I mean, that was a long time ago. Anyway, and then you have your store, which is the last one here. This is if you want to buy any of the packs. I would say stay away from this, man. I don't want you getting sucked into this like you would with Fortnite. But you have your Call of Duty points up there in the top right, so you can see my name where it says ChaosEclipse. To the left of that it says 129, which is my level. To the left of that it says 550 CP. That CP, that is your Call of Duty points. That is what you would end up spending to get these. They do have like things like this. So these guns here, they have those little bullets flying across. That's because the red and blue that it's showing there, that is the tracer rounds that would be shot out of those guns. They do have some pretty cool stuff in here. You can take a look if you want, man, but I just don't want you getting sucked into it, because I know that it will end up costing quite a bit. And then they do have some pretty cool skins, but they also have skins that you can just unlock. The one that I have, I'm pretty sure I just unlocked it. I did not buy it. What else? There was one other thing that I wanted to say about in here. So every now and then they will have a free bundle in here. When you're going through here on the top, it'll have like a free bundle thing, and it will just give you like a couple little things that you can unlock, things like that. So definitely take a look through here every now and then, but don't get hooked on buying the stuff, especially if you're not gonna, you know, stay with the game. This is an older game, keep that in mind. Yes, a lot of people still play it, but it's not really worth getting all the extra stuff, just because eventually the servers are going to go down for this sooner than later, just because of how old the game is. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into a game here, and I will show you some of the stuff in the game. I'm actually going to do the die machine one, the one that you did on your video, just so that I can teach you some stuff. I promise I will not give you any spoilers, but let's go ahead and get into that. One other thing real quick before we get into that. So you can see, if you have anyone else in your home, I don't know if your wife's into Call of Duty or anything like that, you can see over on the right side it says split screen, add controller, press X to join. You can play split screen, so you can do couch co-op with zombies. I'm pretty sure you can even do couch co-op with multiplayer in this game. I don't know if all of the Call of Duties are like that, but you can do it in this one. The other thing, if I just start it right now, it's going to put me in a game with four people total, so it'll be me and 3 other people. If you want to play by yourself, just by yourself, and you don't want to play with anyone else, pick solo. In solo, you can pause the game and it will stop all the zombies from moving, everything like that. You can also do private. If you do private, you can set it to where only certain people can join you. If you have friends on your friend list like myself and I see you're in zombies, if you're in a private match, even though you're playing solo, if you set it to private instead of solo, I can still join you, even if you're like on round 20. I'll come in with only a pistol probably, but I can still join your game. So be very careful with that, because if you don't want other people in your game, I would say set it to only solo. So I'm actually going to click on solo, because it will then bring up all the maps again. Same thing with private. So we're going to click solo, and then we're going to go down to your die machine, and I will show you just a couple things in there, and that'll be the end of the video. So let me go ahead and jump in here, and I will get right back to you once we're in there. Alright, and then once you're in here, it lets you pick whichever custom thing you had, or whichever one you want. We're going to go ahead and go with my custom one, just because I like it. Oh, there's something I forgot to do. So you seen my Outbreak one that I was playing. If you add, depending on whatever gun you take in there, if you have unlocks on your gun, like scopes that you've unlocked, things like that, take a look at all the different scopes, the different sights, the silencers, the breakers, all that stuff. Some of them will make it to where you can actually have the zombies drop multiple items, or not multiple items, but more of the same items. So when you're first doing zombies here, like I said, the main thing you want to go for is headshots, just because no matter if you get the headshots or if you just shoot them in the chest, they are going to be, it's going to be the same amount of points. As you can see, round 1, the zombies are very slow. They're not going to be running after you unless you only have like 1 or 2 left. At that point, they might start running. But this is what I was talking about. So say I had enough points to buy the box, which I do, but the box is not here. This is one of the things that you were looking at too. Any spot like this with the rabbit, this is where the box can spawn in. If you don't know where the box is, if you look up in the sky, you can see that there's a beam of light coming up over there. That's where the box is. So sometimes it can be tricky, because with this map there is an underground portion. If you see this beam of light coming up over there and you run over there and it's just coming from the ground, that means it's underground, but it still shows you in the sky where it's at. There are Easter eggs in all of the maps that you can do. I'm not going to pick that. That's something that you don't ever want to do. I mean, you can if you want. Basically, it makes you go through faster all the way to like round 55, but it's going to be very hectic and you don't really want to do that. This right here, this, you already know what this is. This is buy ammo for 250. I think every time you buy ammo, it costs more and more. Try not to buy ammo as much as possible. Even with me, I'm swinging fast there because I have a knife. Without the knife, I do punch. Now, on the lower rounds, the zombies don't take as many hits. You can usually punch them. If you want to save your ammo for the first couple rounds, I would say try punching them. But make sure that there's none coming behind you. The best way to do that is to take a look at the mini map up there on the top left. Wherever there's an orange dot, that's where zombies are. So if I'm standing right here and there's an orange dot behind me, right on that red line, that means that one of the zombies is coming over this fence right here. Be careful with also holding one zombie like this, because if they die, which they can die on their own, it might end the round. What's normally why I try to hold at least 2 zombies. And then you have 2 doors in this area. So you have one door here, which is 500, and I think the one over here is 500. All the first doors are going to be 500. Second doors are usually 1,000 or 1,500. Basically, every door you get that's further along is going to cost you more and more. And then you have your craft bench here, which this is just for the scrap that you're picking up from the zombies. So you can craft any of these if you have the scrap for it. You have your lethals here, and then your support. So the support, if you look in here, we already have 1 self-revive. I don't know how much it costs because we already have one, so it's not going to show us the price on that. But that self-revive is what you can do to keep picking yourself up. So if you die, come back over here and see if you can craft another one. That way you can pick yourself up the next time you go down as well. So we're going to leave this zombie alive for now. I don't remember which way the fastest way is. So there's one main thing that you would like to do, or that you should do in the game, and that is turn on the power. You can see that star over there through the wall. It says facility. That's where you should be trying to go. It tells you your objectives on the left side. It says gain entrance to the facility right under your mini map. So if we hit square on this door like you did, actually I think you went the other way, but that's okay. You can see here there's a shotgun on the wall here. I could technically buy this if I had 1,000, which I don't. It is a green weapon. This is what I was talking about with the different tiers when I was talking in your chat. So the one you have right now is red. That's just because it's custom, but it's very base. This one is technically a higher tier, and the Howard does do a lot more damage than your whatever current gun you have, unless you brought in a Howard. So this door here, you said, or you can see that you can't open it unless we turn on the power. To turn on the power, normally you will have arrows like that somewhere around the map. They won't always look purple like that. Depends on the map you're on. Just because this one is like there's spray paint and everything everywhere, that's why it looks like that. I think going through this door probably would have been a better option here. We should be able to open this one too. Yeah, 500. I mean, we waste all of our points, but this is where. So you can see there's the arrow, so it's pointing up that way. So that means to get to the facility, we need to go up through here. So in order to go through there, we need 750, which we don't have. Here's another spot where the box can spawn in. And there was a pistol in here, I think. Just saw it on yours. Yeah, here's a pistol. So that you can see this pistol. Nope, it's green too. So the pistol here is green. If we had 750, we can go ahead and buy that. The zombie did die. He just respawned right there. Thank God he didn't die all the way. This is that same door that we seen from the other side. So definitely come through this one first, not the other way. Might just be wasting points going the other way. If they break through a wall like that one, if you want some extra points, one of the things you can do is kind of lead the zombie away from there. Come up to the door. It'll tell you repair barrier, hold square, so you can hold square. It's not much, but you can see here we're getting 10 points per board that we're putting back up. And you can see the boards are going back up there on the wall. So if we hold square while we're facing it, you can see the boards going back up. It'll only let you do that many right there. I think that was like 5 or 6. So you can't get too many points out of it, but it definitely helps. Let's go ahead and kill this zombie, and
Here we are.
I will be back
Ground
with you
zero.
in just a second.
Dimensional gate.
Alright, so we are back. You can see that green skull that dropped there, and I've seen this on your previous game too. So that green skull, this is an insta-kill perk. Basically all it does is when you pick it up, it lets you one-shot the zombies. So if I pick that up, you can see down there at the bottom it says insta-kill. Shoot anywhere, and it kills them. Any spot at all. It tells you the timer down there at the bottom as far as how long that insta-kill is going to last. And anytime you have that skull, because other players can also pick up the perk. So if they have that skull, or if you hear insta-kill and you see that skull at the bottom of your screen, that means someone else picked up an insta-kill. We are up on the second level now. So we were down here in the last part. Coming up here, I blew open the opening that was here for 1,000. Came up here. I've just been hanging out right here because I wanted to show you a few things in here, which we're still not done just yet. But that thing there that we picked up, the insta-kill, was the first thing that I did want to show you. You'll also have random drops like this, just coming from the zombies. So you can see that one I just picked up is a stim pack. It goes down to my L1, which is down on the bottom right over there. And then I also do have the hatchet. The hatchet's not bad. You can see that if you throw it, it will let you pick it back up. I think you can hold up to like 5 hatchets. The stim pack, if we take damage, let them hit me a couple times. There we go. And then see, so I'm damaged now. I can use that stim pack, hit L1. That heals you all the way back up. Your health does come back on its own, but you have to stay out of combat for a bit if I remember correctly. Or you can do your L1 and R1 as long as that thing is fully charged, which that is down on the bottom right. You can see my green circle down there. If you remember correctly, that is the skill pack that I brought in, or skill pack. That's the skill that I brought in. It's the healing aura, but that does have to be full. The way that you fill that up is by killing zombies. Now this is not a spoiler, but it is kind of a secret, I guess, unless you've played zombies, which most people know about this. There's very few that don't, but it's not a spoiler, so I am going to tell you about it. Anytime you see a machine like this, if the zombies are not right next to you, one of the things you can do is you can lay down in front of it to get an extra 100 points. So if you look down at the bottom left right now, I have 1890. So first I can check these. That one's already repaired. Is this one repaired? We can put one more there. Might even be able to do one more. Let's move the zombies away real quick. Come back over here. One more. There we go. So still at 1890. That means that I maxed out the points on repairing the doors, so that's why I didn't get any more points out of it. But if we come up to this, we can hold circle. You can see there it gave me 100 points. I have 1990 now. Now this is stamina up. It tells you what it is right there on the machine. It says stamina up. If you come up to it, it tells you it's 2500. We don't have enough essence for that. That's just your points. It's down in the bottom. That's your money. If you come over here, you can open up this door here for another 1000. You can come out here. Over here is your juggernaut on this map. This is the same thing. This one is the one that lets you take more hits, but you can lay down in front of it, get an extra 100 there. You see it went from 990 to 1090. This is another spot where the box would normally spawn in at, which I thought the box was back here. Oh, it's over in that area. So that's the box right there. Not it. That's the box right there with the little question marks on it. And then you can see you have a blue weapon here, which this gallow is actually not bad. If you can get that gallow, you should buy it on this map, but shotguns are up to you. I don't like shotguns, but it is a strong one, and the fact that it's blue is kind of worth it, honestly. So here's an arrow telling you where to go next. So it's telling you to go down here. Now there is a shortcut where you can actually go this way. I don't know why that one says to go that way, but this one is to go this way. You can see there's another arrow here. The fact that it has like the little lightning bolt thing just tells you that the power is down here. So that is that part, and I will get back to you once we see more of the perk machines, or if we see any more drops. Alright, so we are back. I have one zombie left. I'm just having him chase me. This would be a good time to go buy weapons, go hit the box, go get more perks if you need to. Technically, I could probably buy this one right now because I have 2,500. I did blow open this, but I did not go down in there yet because I wanted to show you what's down in here. So we're going to go down in here together. So you come down in here. You can see here we do have to purchase this one too. Oh no, we don't have to purchase that. I thought we did. Okay, so you can run in. You have two different ways to go. You have your left way and your right way. Actually, this one I think you need the power on. Nope, you can actually get that. Okay, and then you do have the challenges here that we talked about before. Your trials. You have a gun there that you can buy. If you do the challenges, it is going to cost you 500 to do a trial. Be very careful with that, because if you don't have all of the areas unlocked, it might tell you to go to an area that's still locked, and it's going to end up screwing you over. You're just going to lose 500 points. I don't normally do these in ones like this. I do them in Outbreak just because I try to get the ray gun. But in most of the maps like this, there's easier ways to get the ray gun. So we're not going to go ahead and do that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the Easter eggs. You don't have to ever do any of the Easter eggs, but you do get more points at the end of the map when you do the Easter eggs. So let's go ahead and break this open. We're going to come through here. You can see there's another gun right here, which is the Type 63. Use you. There's another perk down here. Even though it's not on yet, we can still lay down in front of it, get those 100 points. Now, most of the time, the doors will have like lights above them like this when you're in here and it's dark. Or you'll see that the arrow is telling you where to go still, so this one's telling us to go in here. We can open that one. We don't have enough points for it. So I will be back again when we open up that door. Alright, so I got 2 zombies left. We have 5,000 points. I did pick up a double points, which I will eventually show you. I was knifing and accidentally picked it up, so I didn't get to show you what it looks like. It's basically like the 2x with the that shines like green or whatever. Kind of like the insta-kill looks, but I will show it to you. Alright, so we can come in here, we can open this up. You can see it opens up the next area. Sounded like something spawned in. Alright, you do have a weapon here. I think this is the same XM we already have. Nope, that is the Krig. Got a whole bunch of voices right here. There is a reason for that. So you can see it's telling you to hit the power up there. So when we do this, I think it is going to spawn in more zombies. You can see there's another arrow there telling you where to go. Open this up. We are going to grab points here from that one. That is your elemental pop there. Go ahead and kill you because we still got one more. We're going to lead him away when we hit that power button. Hit this power button here. So now all the lights come on down here, and you can see that there are 2 terminals that are now highlighted. So these 2 terminals are going to basically be the things that you need to turn on. So we're going to come over here. We're going to turn this one on, like so. We're going to go over to the other one, and we're going to turn that one on. And I think doing this is actually going to spawn in zombies, but just a disclaimer, be careful with that. So now that that one is on, it will tell you the next step here in a second. Just give it a minute.
I think it's fair to say
powering up this thing here. So now there's an anomaly here.
Son of a bitch.
So we can go through this anomaly.
Like the others we've seen. Germans must have breached it during the
Hold
war.
square on it.
They were desperate at the end.
Zombies gonna be smacking you while you're trying to get through it. Oh god, please don't die. Wow, okay. Well, oh, am I gonna be able to pick myself up in here? I didn't really have any perks, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now you can see here that there's like a invisible machine here. Now be careful in here because the zombies can still hit you. It's telling us to go out there to the ether thing. So we're gonna try to head out there as fast as we can. And we're gonna go the back way because this opened up once we turned on the power. This is the area where we started at. You can see there's these purple crystals everywhere. We're gonna try to run over there as fast as we can. Oh, we didn't open that way. It's not right here. Come up here. And it's okay if you get lost, there is still a way to get around. I'm getting so turned around right now. Where is it? Oh my god, it's way over there. We're not going to be able to make it. Are we? We don't even have access to that area yet. We can blow it open, hopefully. Alright, so come over here where it's telling you to go. When you go in here, it's going to cost you another 500. But when you come down through here, and it is going to be the one that's marked like this, look around. You see this invisible thing here? Pick that up. That is a machine part. Then you have to run all the way back over where it says machine at. Oh, well, okay. That'll work. Run over here, and this is how you make your pack-a-punch machine. So now you can pack-a-punch your weapons. You can put a weapon in there. It'll cost you like 10,000, I think, or something like that. And it will basically make your weapon so much stronger instead of shooting regular bullets. From then on, with that weapon, you will start shooting like little lasers.
What the hell just happened?
But now your pack-a-punch machine is here.
They traveled to the other dimension.
So let's go ahead and kill him. So this here is a max ammo. You will sometimes see these. It'll stay there until it starts blinking. It'll blink a little bit, like slow at first, and then it'll go faster and faster. It'll eventually disappear. So you want to make sure you pick this up. It gives you max ammo for all weapons. You don't have to reload before picking it up. Let's go ahead and grab that. And then you'll also get rounds like this, where everything turns green. This is going to spawn in the plague hounds. Like, where they at? Come on, like that up there. So just try not to let them get too close to you because they will end up throwing gas everywhere. Ah, I need to reload. Normally you want to at least have a stronger weapon by now. So if you want to have already pack-a-punched, if possible. You want to have already, at least bought a second weapon, which I have not done any of that just because I'm showing you all of this stuff. At the end of every single one of the playgrounds, you will always get one of these, which is like we talked about just now. It is a max ammo, so if I go ahead and shoot out, you can see I have 2 in my magazine, and I have 247 there. If I pick it up, it fills up your magazine and your thing. Your full gun. That's why I said you don't have to reload before picking that up. You used to be able to have, not be able to. You used to have to in previous ones, but now you don't have to anymore.
The Geiger counter's going crazy.
And then
don't know what's over there, but
crap.
It's big.
Yeah, round 7 to round 9, you will have this big guy spawn in, which he is pretty strong. You want to be very careful around him. He can definitely end you pretty quick. One of the things that I like to do, it's completely up to you depending on how good you are at dodging the zombies in the meantime, is try to avoid him and get rid of as many of the zombies as you can, still holding on to like 2 or 3 of them, because some of the attacks he does will still kill some of the zombies, so be careful with that. But basically kill as many zombies as you can, just so that while you're fighting him, you're not taking damage from the zombies. And he will be throwing stuff at you while you're running. So that there, you remember how we were repairing the wall to get points? That there will automatically repair any doors that need to, or not need to, but that can be repaired. So you can grab it. It repaired everything. It will give you however many points for stuff that does need to be repaired. And then that's enough zombies because I don't think any more are spawning in. So now we can focus on the big guy. You'll want to try to shoot off his helmet. Headshots are always going to be what you want to aim for with everything, even the dogs. We may actually run out of ammo trying to kill this guy with a tier 1 weapon.
You weren't using that brain.
Careful, you don't want to kill all your zombies. We got, looks like 3 zombies. We got 2 there and 1 over there. Actually, we got more than 2 if you look at the map. don't see the other ones. They might be up top or something. Where'd he go? Oh, there you go. Nope. Alright, and then once you do that, he will end up splitting into
Good work,
two.
strike team, but you can't leave the job half done.
Like so. And now you have to take out both of those. They're going to do the same thing he did, except they're going to be a lot slower. They're not going to chase you as much, but they will shoot a lot more. So it's a little easier to take these guys out. Oh, they already came up. And then by now you also probably want to have Jug, which is why I'm needing to run so much, because I need to keep redoing my health, and it looks like they're trying to cut me off. Ow. So like right now I have half health. I'm going to want to keep moving until that goes back up. There we go. We're back at 150. We're at 62. We got to be careful. Well, we just died. All right. So disclaimer: I did go down in the previous round. I don't know how much of that I'm going to show. It depends on how much information is there towards the end. But I'm just going off of the information as to what I want to show. So one of the things I wanted to show you real quick, since we're back at this screen, we're going to go back into our custom. We're going to go to Gunsmith. This is what I was talking about. So because I clicked on something, it deleted all of my add-ons there. So if you go to your optics, whichever ones you have unlocked, at least take a look at them. Like I said, they do different things. So none of the optics here look like they do anything at all, which is perfectly fine. One's just a normal red dot. I'm not sure if I want that one or probably that one, because we're not going to be shooting anything far away. We'll go with that one. So if you look at the muzzles here, you can see right there where it has pros and cons, right under where it says muzzle brake real big in the center of the screen. So the pro for this one is vertical recoil control. If you go down, you can see this one here, increased equipment drop rate. So we're probably going to want that one, because that means every time you get a kill, you have a chance of getting more equipment dropping. Now equipment is your hatchets, your stun grenades, things like that. That's your equipment. You can see here the suppressor does the same thing, but it also has two cons with it. So just go based on what you actually want. We're going to go with just the flash guard here, because it's the only one with a pro and no cons. I don't really care about vertical recoil. If that is an issue for you, obviously that gives you more accuracy, so go ahead and go with that instead of the equipment drop rate. But I'm going to go ahead and pick that one for the underbarrel. Now I will say that this all depends on what level your weapon is as well. So you can see right here on this screen, while I have it selected, on the left bottom of that same box it says level max. You're not going to have everything unlocked within here if it's not a higher level. The only way to level it up is to just keep using the weapon, and then you'll get unlocks at the end of each round. So that's how you can get a lot of these things unlocked. We click on barrel here, you can see it does have quite a bit of stuff. I'm going to go with armor damage. Normally I would go with bullet velocity, just because that's going to do more damage over time. Well, you know what? I will go with bullet velocity. So I was going to go with armor damage, because I think it'll take down the big guys a lot quicker, because most of the time they, like when you shoot their first one before they split, that's armor that they have. That's why it gives that metal sound, not just because it's hitting their suit. That is actual armor. But we'll go with bullet velocity. It should do more damage. Actually, technically, even the armor damage, if you look down there at the bottom, it is putting out a little bit more even with the armor damage. So I guess we are going to go armor damage. So yeah, we'll do armor damage there. For body, increased salvage drop rate, that's going to help you with picking up actual salvage, whether it's blue or green. You definitely want salvage to be able to craft different things and upgrade stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get that one. For the underbarrel, we are going to go with probably that one, because I think anything below this is going to have all negative effects, or not all negative effects, but it's going to start having negative effects. Yeah, so we'll go with this one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Just because it's now. Keep in mind if you know sprinting and shooting while you're moving, stuff like that. If that's not important to you and you just want to be able to sprint very fast, go with this one. It is going to give you 6%, where this one's only giving you 3, but it also gives you bonus ones. So that's why I'm going with that one. Your magazines here. Keep in mind this actually does affect how much is in your mag. You can see down there at the bottom right, if I pick this one, it's going to add 10 onto that 30, so that'll be 40 rounds. That one would be even. That'd be 35. That'd be 50. That would actually be 25, and that would be 45. But I am mainly looking at the pros here. So we get extra armor here, reload quickness, and we still get extra rounds in our mag. So I'm probably going to go with this one here. So we'll go ahead and pick that one. For the handles, let's see. We'll go with this one for the flinch. Well, no, because I don't need. You're not going to be going prone in zombies. Only when you're laying down in front of those machines, just to get those points. But yeah, so we'll do just the flinch resistance. That should still help you aim if you're getting hit from another zombie behind your back. So we'll go with that one. And then for our stock here, we're going to go with sprint to fire time, slide speed. We'll probably go with the sprint to fire time. Nope. You know what? We'll probably go with this one. Yeah, we'll go with the first one. Aim, walking, movement speed. Yeah, so that's like while you're aimed in and you're still like walking around, it'll just help you to move faster. So we'll go ahead and go with that one. So that's how I build my weapon. And then we can go back. You can see that we have all that stuff. There is it here? No. But we can set this as our favorite. And then where's it at? Okay, so while you're in here at the top again, you can see attachments, appearance, and weapon mastery. I'm going to go over to appearance. You can change the camo of your gun if you have any of these camos unlocked. You can definitely change it to whatever you have in here. And I am actually going to go with the very first red one here. And then the store, you don't want to mess with the store. That just has to do with like if you have DLCs where you can actually equip skins from there. That's what that's for. But yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that. Reticles, you can change the way your actual reticle looks. So instead of it just being a red dot, you can pick any of these that you have unlocked, and you can see there it tells you how to unlock them. So if I wanted to unlock this one called Extinction, I'd have to get 750 kills while aiming down sights with the quick dot lead in zombies, and I have currently 130. I think the quick dot is the one that we just equipped too, so I'll probably get more out of that. Accessories, this is just little add-ons, little keychain things you can put on your weapon there. You just get those randomly for playing. If you look under where it says collectible tin, and then under where it says Cyborg Commando Special Edition Collectible Tin Charm, you can see it says Rare Season 1. So I got this from Season 1, and it's like a rare item that I got. Where this one here is a rare from Season 6. That's an epic from Season 6. So it just depends on like how often you're playing and if you're actually doing the multiplayer. You can get these in zombies as well. But most of these are from multiplayer, honestly. But I don't use these. They kind of seem like a distraction to me. I don't want to be aiming down the sight and be like, oh, I got a little canister there. Look at that little canister. And then a zombie eats me or something. So I don't really mess with that. Same thing with the stickers here. If you really want to, you can put little stickers on your gun. They have 4 different spots there. That's what the big 2, 3, and 4 is. Right now, the one that we're on, that is spot 1. So if I went to 4, where that magazine is, it would be there and it would be bigger. It's just... it's flair basically. It's just to show off things that you have unlocked, and then obviously you have more that you can unlock. So once again, these normally unlock in like multiplayer or the campaign mode, things like that. But they're not bad. Just I think they're too much of a distraction, so I don't use them. I don't know. You can use them if you want to, obviously, but I just don't. They don't do anything for you other than add on to the way your weapon looks. Alright, so let's go back into zombies, and I will try. There was actually 3. I only mentioned 2. 2 other things, which like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna go back in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm basically talking about those green drops, kind of like how we already seen oh, what is it? The one-shot thingy, the insta-kill. Kind of how we've seen that one. I want to show you the rest of those. So we're gonna go back in. We're gonna do the same map. And we'll leave it at that and see if we can show you the rest of the stuff in there. So you are going to see me doing the same stuff that I've already done as far as opening the doors, everything like that. But I'm not going to do the whole gameplay, so you'll just see random doors being opened and stuff. And I'll just cut to where a drop actually happens or something like that. Alright, and here is the box. It is in this area this time. It's always a random spawn even when you start the game. So as you can see, it spawned right here this time, and you can see that by the light that's there. I have currently 1,225 points right now, so we're going to run over there, we're going to hit that box, and I'll show you how it works. So basically, you hit the box by holding square on it. It will spawn out a weapon like so, and the weapon is going to be completely random. So it looks like it's giving us a blue M16 here. So not bad, not bad. A blue item is definitely better than green, so this is... So our XM4 is custom. It's basically tier 0. And then we just got this one, which is custom, or not custom, which is tier 2. Because 0 is your red, which is customized. I forgot to get these points. So 0 is your red one, which is your custom weapon. Green is the next tier, which is tier 1. And then blue is tier 2. So we have tier 2. So we have 3 zombies right now. Let's go ahead and look at that. That's also a blue weapon right there. So if you don't like your current weapon, or you didn't come in with one and you want to buy a weapon off the wall, you can buy that one for 2,000. But let's see if we can get some drops here. There's a drop. What do we got? So that's the 2 times right there. This one, we'll go ahead and kill this zombie. This one is, like I said, this will give you double points. You don't want to pick it up when the end of a round is like that, because right now I'm not getting any zombies. So we're going to try to wait till there's quite a bit of zombies on the map. It's going to start disappearing though. As soon as it starts blinking fast, I'm still going to pick it up. Like that. We'll go ahead and pick it up. Hopefully zombies will start coming in and we can actually get some points here. I hear them over there. So we're going to kill him. You can see that gave us 230 points. Normally we're getting half of that. So we're basically getting double points for every kill that we're getting right now. So you want to kill as many zombies as you can while that double points is up. And it will help you get way more points a lot faster. And that timer is up. There we go. So we're back at 2,855. If we wanted to, we could hit this box again. Now, currently we have 2 weapons. Getting another weapon will switch this one out. That is a green item. I really don't want it. I think if you knife it... Nope, it doesn't do it on this. If you knife it in Outbreak, it'll make it so that other players can pick up the item. It also might be because I'm in solo right now, so that's probably why it didn't work. But let me see if I can get some other... Well, there's a drop. Okay, so there's one we haven't seen too. That is a nuke. I'm not going to pick it up, but what it does is it will kill every zombie that is currently alive on the map right now. If I pick that up, that will end the round, which I don't want to do. I'm going to try to go and unlock some doors real quick while we have this couple slow zombies here. So we're going to go ahead and let that one disappear. You don't lose anything by letting it disappear other than you're not going to have that nuke. Like, it'll just go away and that's it. I mean, you just don't have it. So missing those isn't really a big thing. Some people will freak out if you miss them, but it's not really that big of a deal. But we're going to go ahead and leave that for now, and then I will see you in a minute when we get more drops or anything else I want to explain to you. Alright, just real quick, I want to talk about Easter eggs, and I watched the rest of your gameplay. I didn't watch it in the beginning part of this video, but I did finish it up before starting this one. So, when you were spectating the last guy that was alive on your team, he was just running around and zombies were chasing him. He would turn around every now and then and shoot, but he was mainly running and not really doing anything else, so zombies were still spawning in and everything. There's 2 reasons for that. 1, he didn't know what he was doing. 2, what he was trying to do, I'm assuming this is what he was trying to do. I couldn't really tell because I don't know, he seemed really new. But especially because he ended up quitting the game without even finishing it. Because he didn't go down, the round just ended while he was just standing still, so I'm assuming he actually quit. But basically, only so many zombies can spawn per map. Now, I do think that that's dependent on the lowest system that's running, because this game is crossplay. So if you're playing this on your PS4, obviously, you know, it's going to probably go off of that versus someone's maxed out PC or someone's PS5. Because I do think more zombies will come out on the PS5. Like, I should not have this many zombies on round 5 right now, at least not this many live at one time. So you can see there's, as far as I can tell, there's no other zombies spawning in. So either this is all of the zombies for this map currently, or there's just, the game just realizes, hey, we can't spawn in anymore. If we do, it's going to crash the game. So when you have this many zombies, and you'll want to do this in the higher rounds, when you have this many zombies, you'll basically want to wait until someone gets a double points or something like that, or just to stay alive, you'll keep running around like this. But what you want to do is you want to kind of get them on a level surface like this right here, and you'll want to turn around and you'll just aim at the very first one's head, whichever one's up in front, and you'll just keep shooting. You'll start hitting all the ones in the head behind it. And it will give you tons of points that way, because you're getting nothing but headshots, you're saving ammo, and one bullet can go through multiple zombies. But he wasn't really doing that, he just kept running, and if he did shoot, it was like 1 or 2 shots, and then he'd run again. So I don't know what that guy was doing. It's also courteous not to quit a game if you die. You should technically stay in there and spectate, but a lot of people quit all the time, just because they're like, oh, this guy's taking too long, or you know, it's whatever. Before I continue with that right there, that is the money one that I was talking about, so that's just bonus cash. So you can see right now we're at 1785. If we pick that up, we're at 2285. But yeah, so it's just courteous to stay in the game, because even if you're completely dead, you have no perks left, no good guns, when the round ends, when whoever is alive, when they finish that round, you will come back alive. If it's the higher rounds, I think it automatically gives you something like 20,000 points, at least for you to go and buy a gun and maybe a couple perks, but it won't automatically like completely set you up. It'll just help you out. But that is a good way to, you know, get your points and everything. So what else? So you've seen the double points, you've seen the cash thing, you've seen the nuke. So I think the last part, there was one other thing I wanted to show you. I don't know. We'll be back in a second. Hopefully I can remember what I wanted to show you. Maybe there's one more thing that I'm missing. But we're going to go ahead and continue, and I will see you in a second. Alright, so I got my power turned on. I have the majority of the doors open. I think the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was the Easter eggs. So Easter eggs, it's not anything that is particular to Call of Duty in general. Easter egg is like just a hidden objective or a hidden thing that's in the game, as far as like just hidden features in general. So with Call of Duty, most of the time that is something that takes or requires you to be able to do a lot with the game. As far as like unlocking things or finding hidden areas, but for the most part, Easter eggs is just completing the storyline. But there are additional Easter eggs. So completing the storyline in zombies, almost every zombies has one where even if you're on an endless game, you can still complete part of the game that will actually have a cutscene, like you've seen me do the one on the live. It'll have a cutscene like that, and it will end the game. For the most part, zombies is just endless, and you just keep going, unless you pick the end at round 20 type thing, which I don't know how that works. I don't know what happens at round 20. I don't know if it just ends or it has a cutscene there too. But the Easter eggs normally require you to do different things within the game that you're playing in order for you to finish it. And I'm not gonna be able to grab that. I want my money. There we go. Thank you.
We're going to try to hit the box one more time, see if we can get something good out of it. Which the M16 is not bad, but I want something better. What is that? No, I don't want that. It's blue, so it's not bad either, but we'll stick with what we got.
Shallow graves is all you deserve. Neutralized.
We'll grab our jug, drink that, and you'll see your perk pop up down there in the bottom center. That's where your perks appear. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, man. If anyone watching this has any questions, comments, concerns, they're interested to know more about the game, you want to know more about the Easter eggs are different per map. So make sure that you guys are actually looking those up, or if you have questions you want to ask me, that's perfectly fine as well. I do have a few Easter eggs on my channel, but not too many of them. Just because they are hard to do solo, and I don't always enjoy playing with other people. Sometimes I will make the exception. It just depends on who it is and their demeanor when it comes to playing games, I guess, because a lot of people will just, like, if I'm playing with one other person and I'm trying to do something, like right now, how I'm just running around and there's just 2 zombies alive. If I'm playing with another person, that person's dead, and they're getting mad at me just because I'm trying to do something and I'm running around and not killing the zombies right away, I'm probably not going to play with that person again. Now, don't let that deter you either, though. I promise I will be as fast as I can. Right now, I'm just talking to you guys. That's the only reason I'm just running around. But more than likely, if I'm streaming while we're playing together, I won't do this just because it is kind of boring for the viewers as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comment section, and I will definitely answer you guys as best as I can, or I will help you guys out, do whatever you guys are trying to do in the game. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video.